In Mazowe, in Kwekwe, in Kadoma, the deposits of gold belts that have not yet been discovered in Mazowe, in Kwekwe, and in Kadoma, in this nation of Zimbabwe, those belts can be mined for the next 300 years. Meaning every human being that is already mining in Mazowe, in Kwekwe, and in Kadoma, they have not trickled even close to 3% of the deposits of gold belts that are in that area. In fact, there are still virgin areas in these 3 cities that I just mentioned, that I discovered prophetically, that they are not yet discovered, and no one is mining those areas as I'm speaking to you here today. If you find a river in any particular place in the Republic of Zimbabwe that flows through a mountain, or that flows close to a mountain, it is a sign of ancient gold movement. Meaning, if you attack areas close to that river, adapting what I have just said now, you can't go wrong. If you indulge in rituals on your gold claim in the name of trying to locate a gold belt, the demons that are responsible for those rituals, they are deadly, they are dangerous, and they are ambitious. You will discover that sooner or later, people will begin to die mysteriously in your family. You will discover that sooner or later, young boys and girls and people in your family and lineage, some of them will begin to have mental problems. You will discover that sooner or later, you will be hit with a train of stagnation out of the blue. You opted for temporary gain, ignoring permanent cases. There are people who dig for gold for more than 10 years, and yet they find nothing but dust. And there are some people who dig for gold for just 1 week, and they become multi-millionaires. Gold is spiritual. It is not just a mineral. So if gold is spiritual, it means gold is a divine property of God. It is God himself who has the spiritual legal ownership of all gold deposits on this planet. When you look at it from the book of Haggai, chapter 2, verse 8, it says, "Silver and gold it is mine, saith the Lord." When you look at it from Genesis chapter 2, from verse 11 to 12, it says, "For the first river was the river Pishon, which flowed through the entire land of Havilah. Where there is gold, and the gold there, it is good." What it means is that in the Republic of Zimbabwe, gold can be found where God authorized it to rest. Wherever you find gold, it is God who authorized that gold to rest in that place. So if you try to mine and dig for gold outside the authorization of God, you will dig in vain. You will be disappointed. Gold is not located. Gold is revealed. When you look at it from Isaiah 45, verse 3, it makes it very clear. "For I will give you the hidden treasures and riches stored up in secret places." What does it mean? It means every gold belt in the Republic of Zimbabwe, it is a secret vault of God. And God will not give you access to that vault by mining or by digging. God will give you access to that vault by a covenant and a spiritual commission of walking in the realm of the Spirit. John 4:24 makes it very clear that God is a spirit, and those that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. So if the owner of gold is a spirit, it means gold as well is spiritual. You find it in the spirit before you locate it in the physical. If you try to locate it in the physical and miss it in the realm of the spirit, my friend, you dig for 10 to 15 years without finding anything, not even dust. You will leave that claim, and to your surprise, another person will come dig for 1 week, they locate the belt. If God authorizes you to find gold, you'll find gold. That's how these systems of gold operate. The main thing to consider for you to discover a gold belt at your claim is understanding that in Genesis 26, verse 2 to 3, God instructed Isaac to not go to Egypt, but remain where he had been directed and allocated by God. And due to Isaac following that instruction, it was well with him. So it means before you buy a gold claim or before you peg a gold claim, pray first for the divine instruction of God to lead you. Otherwise, you go and try to locate gold in Egypt, and yet God is directing you to not go to Egypt, but remaining where you are. Number 2, you must understand that discovering gold may require the help of a man or a woman that is purely spiritual to make a declaration that can reveal belts for you. In 2 Kings chapter 4, you will hear there the story of a widow. She had the oil in her house already, but that oil was not yielding any results for her and her family. It was until Elijah, a spiritual man, made a declaration, and that oil began to bear fruits for the widow and for the family of the widow. You see, there are ancestrally sealed gold claims in the Republic of Zimbabwe. What does it mean? What it means, brethren, it is this. It may be peradventure before you got to peg that claim, or before you got to own that claim or special grant. There could have been people that lived in that place, or people that tried to mine that place before, who would have had, number 1, spilling of blood and sacrifices of human blood on the environment of that area. It invites demonic spirits. It could also be that people that operated that area before you, they entered into all forms of demonic activities in that area because of unresolved agreements and terms of agreements. Because some people can inherit a gold claim and they begin to have a problem with each other. So this one will go to that witch doctor, this one to that one, each one to that one with that one. And all of them, they are engineering demonic spirit in that environment. So if you walk in that environment now and you try to mine, the demons may resist productivity on that claim. So which means the weapon you now need to use, if it is that case, there is now a need of ground breaking, which is dedicating or rededicating that claim or that environment to the God of the Hebrews, who is the actual owner of all gold deposits on this planet.